Hello there, welcome to Prof. Neil once again. We are premiering on Friday afternoons again. This time with Love and the Cup That Cheers. What does it take to brew a good cup of coffee or tea? Simple. The ingredients of tea leaves, coffee powder or beans as you like it, water, milk or sugar if you please, and the recipe to be followed, which is standard all across the world. And you brew a good cup of tea, good cup of tea or coffee. I realized that many a mornings ago, my cuppa that morning tasted insipid, despite my following exactly the same recipe, the same pattern, everything the same. But then, how did many a morning back my cup that cheers tasted like ambrosia, fit to be served to the gods? The answer was lost on me that day. But flashback 1978, a visit to my ancestral home in Kerala. Now that home was set in near a jungle, next to a rubber estate plantation. So you can imagine the grounds of huge, full of fruit-bearing trees of mangoes, jackfruit, pineapples, everything, guava, oranges. And there resided my Periyappa and Periyamma, my paternal uncle and my paternal aunt. He was a patriarch, a retired forest range officer. So I was in somewhere in my 8th or 9th standard. I saw Perima would just lean out of the kitchen, pluck two or three leaves of coriander and curry leaves, add it to the buttermilk, add a pinch of rock salt to make a sambharam, the chash, in the afternoons on Sundays to act as a cooler for the body. It tasted divine. So I told her, I said, tomorrow I am going to make it Perima. She smiled like agreed. I did exactly the same thing she had done. Copied each and every move of hers. Took the buttermilk, plucked 2-3 leaves nonchalantly, added a pinch of salt, rock salt, mixed it, and I expected it to taste like ambrosia. It did not. It was insipid. She saw my emotion, took the glass from my hand, sipped it and said, "It is very good," with a smile. And she meant it. But I knew she was trying to console me. I realized that very many years back, later, the childless woman that she was, but like many mothers all across the world, who would first pour that vital ingredient, love, into the cup or into the vessel, whatever it is. Then the other ingredients. I did not know how to pour that love. I had no capacity. But now I have learned how to pour love into the food meal I'm making or the beverage I'm making. And that probably made the difference between the insipid tea one morning and the ambrosial tea the next. In the 1990s, somewhere, I was having a conversation with Chef Manjitgill, and I remember talking to him on this concept of this food being at time one day tasting like fit to be offered to gods, and one day tasting absolutely useless. I couldn't even feed it to the dogs. He said, "Neil, I'm a cook. I cannot cook with negative emotions. When I cook with negative emotions, वो खाना जहर बन जाता है. It becomes toxic. But when I cook, chanting a hymn in my mind, with a positive frame of mind, positivity was a term that I use again and again. Singing a song in my mind, maybe. the food that is made comes across as neivedyam, prashad or bhog, fit to be offered to the gods. He continued to say that even when making a cup of coffee or tea, we got to be positive to enjoy a cup that cheers. So embrace love to cheer up even your cuppa. Thank you very much.